Today we're going to talk about the importance of reducing or avoiding caffeine consumption if you suffer from PMS, if you have period problems, or if you are trying to conceive. And before you skip this video, hear me out, because there's no one else that loves a super frothy cappuccino more than I do. But that's why I'm being very specific. That is, if you suffer from PMS, if you're trying to conceive, or if you have period problems. And I'm going to start by saying that a lot of people have the ritual of waking up and going for that cup of coffee. And I know it's part of like a lot of people's morning ritual, and it's something super nice to just chill and just try to wake up with that, right? But when we have that first thing in the morning, what we're doing is we're altering our microbiome. Our microbiome are the good and the bad bacteria that live in our gut. And when it's altered, then it prevents us from absorbing essential nutrients such as magnesium and B vitamins. And the thing here is that magnesium is extremely important for period health because it not only reduces cramping, it reduces PMS symptoms, it helps you sleep better, it's important for a lot of biochemical processes in our body, just to mention the least. And B vitamins are super important for energy production, for brain function, and for cellular metabolism. That means our whole metabolism. So that's one thing caffeine does when you have it first thing in the morning. Then another problem with caffeine is caffeine stresses our adrenals. And when our adrenals are stressed, then we release more cortisol. And remember, we've talked about a lot of cortisol, our stress hormone, that when it's high, it not only blocks fat burn, it not only affects our blood sugar levels, but it also blocks ovulation. So remember, like I think last month I was talking about, if you are usually really regular and you skip a period, a high cortisol might be, and stress might be the reason behind that. And that is because, again, it blocks ovulation. And when you block ovulation, then you're not producing enough progesterone. And progesterone is a really important hormone on our on our luteal phase, right? So you see how all of these starts like kind of affecting one thing and then another one and then another one. So that's the thing, like progesterone, it's super needed in the luteal phase, and it's super important for holding on a pregnancy, whether you're trying to conceive or not. Progesterone is super important not only for that, but it's also important for metabolism, for hair, for skin, you know, for your mood, so, and to have a healthy period. So that's the thing. So pretty much caffeine blocks ovulation and can affect ovulation if you're trying to conceive. That's why it's really important to reduce consumption. And actually, I read a study, which I'm going to find out exactly where I read it, and I'm going to link it for you. But I think it was a 2016 study that it said that women that had 3 or more caffeinated drinks throughout the day had 74% more chance for miscarriage. And that's a lot. And before you freak out and say like, oh, I'm trying to have a baby and I'm drinking coffee, don't freak out. That's why I'm sharing this with you, because nobody ever tells us these things, right? So those are the two main things why you should reduce or really rethink your caffeine consumption if you're suffering from any of those two things, period problems, PMS, or if you are trying to conceive, okay? And as a last thing, it also blocks the absorption of certain nutrients, again including zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, and other essential nutrients, okay? So rethink that. If you have any of these 3 things, just really rethink your caffeine consumption. And again, if you have any questions, you know you can always send me a direct message, or you can always book a cycle assessment with me. It's 30 minutes, it's free. As its name says, we assess your cycle, and then we can assess your caffeine consumption and see what's best for you, okay? And you can book that at vitalinutrition.com/book-call. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.